up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out here chilling, you know, got the homies out here. We have come to the conclusion that the oil pump is what's leaking on the hatch. We've gone through a couple different things. The battery on the camera was dead, so we couldn't film any of it, but we have come to the conclusion it's the oil pump, so I'm in the middle of tearing it apart now to hopefully be able to get the oil pump off of it while the engine's still in the car. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it entirely yet, but we're about to find out. So let's hop into this thing and get her all taken apart. All right, you guys, we got the oil pan off.
Yes, sir.
We're out here working. So now we can go ahead and get the oil pump off. And then tomorrow I'll have to go get some more RTV and we can reseal everything and put it back together, and hopefully it won't leak anymore. But we out here killing it. All right, you guys, so I think we found what was leaking here. So the main seal right here on my crank, you can see it's kind of rolled over on itself. I don't know if you can see that in the video or not, actually, because it's pretty bright. But so I'm going to go ahead and pull the oil pump off. We're going to put a new seal on that, and then we'll put everything back together, and hopefully this leak will be fixed. But we will see. All right, you guys, so we got the oil pump out, and the seal fell apart while it was coming out. So that was for sure the problem. So hopefully they'll have one in stock. We can pick it up tomorrow, and we'll get this thing going here. So. All right, you guys, it is now the next day. I just got home from the auto parts store. I got the crank seal I need. I got some more RTV for the oil pump and the oil pan, and some more oil. So that way we can get it all put back together today, put some more oil in it, and we'll go from there. I actually noticed, I don't know if I mentioned it last night, but I noticed that when I had it running before, when I had my laptop hooked up to it, it was only getting like 15 PSI of oil pressure when it was idling, which I thought was a little low, was a little odd, but I didn't have anything to reference that against, so I have no idea. So, and now that I'm thinking about it, it makes sense because that front main seal was bad, so all the oil was leaking out of there and not making it through the pump. So it probably did have low oil pressure, and that could even be why the valves were chattering like they were, because they just weren't getting enough oil. So we're gonna get all back together, hopefully fire it up here in a little bit, and see if it sounds any better. If not, then I'll just adjust the valves, and we'll go from there. So yeah, I'm gonna dive right into this thing. We're gonna get it all put back together, like I said, and we'll see what we can do here. Got everything all cleaned up on the engine, as well as on the water pump, or the oil pump over here. So now I go ahead and reapply all of the RTV gasket maker to it, and then we'll go ahead and put her on and move along with this thing. All right, guys, the oil pump's on with the new seal in it. I ended up having to take the seal back out and then putting the seal in after I got the oil pump on the car, because it just was not wanting to go over the crank. The seal was trying to fold out and would have gave us the same issue that we were having last time. So I just took it back out, and it was much easier to slide in it while it was already on the car. So everything's torqued down except for this one bolt up here. I got to take the motor mount off to get to. And in order to do that, I got to put the oil pan on. So I'm going to go ahead and move on with this thing. Get the oil pan buttoned up on the bottom of it, and then yeah, we'll be able to finish up here. All right, you guys, everything is on here. We're moving right along, so I'm getting ready to go ahead and put the tensioner pulleys back on for the timing belt, and then we'll put the timing belt on, put it in time, and then we can just finish putting everything back together. So we're getting really close. It's been a mission, but we're almost there. So all right, you guys, we just got it all back together. Everything is good to go. All we gotta do is fill it up with oil, and then we can go ahead and start it up and see what happens. And hopefully we won't have any more leaks. So let's go ahead and top it off, and we'll get to it. All right, you guys, so it's all back together. I just topped it off with oil. So now I can go ahead and start it up and see if it's still leaking. So let's have a look. waiting to guys, we're all dry. There are no more leaks, so I think we've got it fixed over here. So now the only thing we have left to try to figure out is all of my AN fittings are leaking. Just a little bit, like they're not pouring, but if you look at the bottom of any of the fittings, they've got drops on it, like that. Every single one of them. So I gotta figure out why those are leaking. Maybe I just gotta tighten them up a little bit. And then yeah, we're ready to hit the dyno, guys. So we're there. I'm really happy we got that fixed because that was a really big pain in my butt. So yeah, anyways guys, it's been a long morning of work on this thing. It's been a lot of work so far. So actually that'll probably do it for this video. So we'll end it there, and the next time we come back we'll be looking into those AN fittings. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching as always, and we will see you next time.